we are living in changing environment, and we have tools how to evaluate it. So I would like to invite Santa Grandovska to demonstrate us how we can do it with ArcGIS.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me in today's session. My name is Santa, and I represent a company, Estonian, Latvian, Lithuanian environment. As you can probably guess, the company that I work for works with all kinds of questions regarding the environment. For example, we make impact on various environmental impact assessments, modeling for noise or sound pollution. We develop various guidelines regarding the environment or assessment. We work with the climate policy and everything in between. We truly are a very big and diverse company. So, the contents of today's presentation. Today I will be talking about how we manage all the data that we have. By using ArcGIS Enterprise and all the associated products that it offers. And the contents of today's presentation can be divided into three main sections, which will be the dynamic capabilities offered by using the layer views, the data management, categorization, and security that is offered through using group functionalities, and through using these group functionalities, we will look at how we use the FieldMaps application to ensure a smooth and an easy process for our field experts working in the nature. So, as you all probably know by now, the data management, when done right, plays a critical role in our ability to organize, store, and analyze our data, ensuring that it is reliable, reducing the risk of data loss, and also making our work more efficient and increasing the productivity of our company. And on the other hand, when we don't use or manage our data correctly, it is much harder to make good choices, and it's very easy to put at risk the whole company of making bad decisions and choices. So, one of the solutions regarding the data management in our company has been ArcGIS Enterprise. We've been actively using it for the past year. Before that, we were using ArcGIS Online. But yeah, a year ago we switched to Enterprise, and we've been testing and seeing how we like the capabilities offered by using it. As I already mentioned, data management plays a very critical role in the work that we do, allowing us to make assessments, identify various trends in the data, and in the end, make those informed decisions that are based on the knowledge that we derive from the information and the data that we have. So, the higher the quality of the information and the data that we have, the better decisions we can make. And yes, as I said before, for the past year we've been using ArcGIS Enterprise for our geographical data management and storing purposes. We switched to using Enterprise because we have to work with a lot of data that sometimes takes up a lot of space. And the Enterprise allows us to use our own servers, our own infrastructure on which we can store this data, so it allows us to have more control over the information that we have. But other than that, the functionality of enterprise and online is very similar. So all the solutions that I will be talking about can also, of course, be applied to online. Here's a little bit of statistics about our company. So during this past year, we have collected quite a lot of data. And this is a situation from like a month ago when I was preparing the presentation. Now the numbers would probably be even higher. And as you can see, we have many users, most of them creators, because as it turns out, our clients and the experts that we work with are realizing more and more often how convenient it is to be able to make changes to the data and to the maps. And everyone can see these changes immediately, so we don't need to send files via emails or other platforms. It's very easy to use, and yeah, everyone wants to be a creator and not just a viewer. So we use layer view capabilities quite often, which means that we have we have a layer view from which we can create many, up to 20 layer views with many different filter expressions that allows us to filter the data or the information that gets added to the attribute table, as a result of which we can hide some sensitive information from people that don't need to see it. We can also add an area of interest. This way we limit the amount of information that gets added to the maps, so that the map can function faster, because in these modern times, of course, nobody likes to wait for the map to upload. And also we can configure the symbology and various pop-ups, labels, and etc. Separate from the original file that we had. Another important feature that we use a lot is the settings that we can also change independent of the original source layer. So, for example, we can enable the editing feature, so that the people that only need to be looking at the data will not be making any changes to the source layer. So it will stay the same, which is very important because we work with a lot of people that they don't use ArcGIS in their day-to-day lives, so it's very easy to make mistakes without even knowing it. So this way we can ensure that the data stays the same, and it's very secure to be shared with other people. Another feature that we use quite often is groups. There are many pluses to using groups, starting from basic content organization. This way we can make sure that one type of data or one theme of data will be added to one group, so that everyone can find everything that they are looking for. And also it's a way to be sharing with our clients and with our experts, all the while making sure that no unnecessary data breaches will be happening, because we work with a lot of sensitive information. We have many clients that are actually working against each other sometimes, so that they don't need to see what the other client is doing. So using groups allows us to make sure that the content that we create is secure and will only reach the people that need to see it. And also groups, using groups is a way to control the actions that will be available to the members of the group. For example, some groups need their members to be able to edit the data, and sometimes it is only necessary for them to look at the data. So groups is an easy way to manage all of this. And also another great feature is the ability to share the content with other organizations that also use the ArcGIS solutions, so that it's an easy and fast way to be sharing larger data sets. In our field of work, we collaborate with many experts from various fields, be that nature, landscape, culture, noise or air pollution, or risk assessments, and all kinds of fields. By using groups, this allows us to simplify the whole process of data storing and collecting, because the principle stays the same, although there are many topics that we are working with. And by using this unified approach to how we manage our data, we get to save a lot of time and a lot of nerves for our cartographers. When making groups for our clients, we usually need the end result to look pretty and be also very informative. Esri provides various very easy to use applications that don't require no prior knowledge in programming. For example, I don't understand almost anything about programming, but I can make an application that will look sophisticated and pretty in less than an hour. Which of course is very important, because our clients, they don't just want to get a physical map or a PDF. Now that they know that they can have a map that they can interact with, they can see the pop-up information. If they want, they can print out a physical map if it's necessary, but most of the time it is more convenient to be able to zoom in, zoom out, and look at the whole picture, and maybe look at something up close and see the information that is associated with the data. And lastly, the groups that we use and make for our field experts, these are the most complicated groups that we have, because well, they just have a lot of these experts, they have a lot of requirements to be able to do their work. And using FieldMaps application, we can weave the maps that we have prepared for work with this application, allowing our experts to work on the field and to add their data, to add photos, and write all kinds of information that they will need later on to be able to make their assessment. And the most important feature of yes, here you can see the process of an expert adding data to the system. And the most important feature of using FieldMaps application is the ability to take these maps offline, because most of our experts often work in remote places where the access to the internet is very limited, or most of the time just non-existent. So FieldMaps allows them to do their work, and later on when they return to internet or the civilization, they can just synchronize all the data that they have, and it will appear on the map for everyone to see and to interact with. And the experts, they can work in the same field, in different fields, and work with the same map at the same time. But when doing the synchronization, all the data will appear in this one single map and will allow them to look at each other's work and later on make decisions based on their surveys. So in conclusion, the main takeaways from all of this are the main benefits that we get from using Enterprise, which would be a secure data sharing through layer view and group functionality, easily manageable data through using various groups. Also, there's categories and tags and so on that helps to organize our content. And yeah, ready-to-use applications is a very big benefit of using Enterprise and Esri in general. And of course, the data collection option, which we use quite a lot. And the main challenge that we have to face is the fact that there is no downtime for our enterprise solutions, because especially in the summertime, there is always somebody working with our maps, meaning that there are people surveying the habitats during the day. There are people watching birds early in the morning or surveying the bats during the night. Our experts sometimes like to work late in the evening or maybe even in the holidays or weekends. So if we do need to restart our server or make some changes, we need to notify a lot of people in advance. Otherwise, we get a lot of concerned emails and calls from people that are unable to do their work. But at the same time, this feels very rewarding because we know that people really do rely on our solutions to be able to do their work daily. Yes, thank you. That was all from me.
Thank you, Santa. We have two Slido questions. One kind of data you're working with.
We mostly have vectoral data, just simple, very simple data, but it's just the problem is that there's a lot of it and a lot of pictures that get added attached to this data. So in the end, it just takes a lot of resources to store all of this.
Okay, so Slido is filling up very fast. We have 5 questions already. So what kind of services do you provide or projects you work with? Because your presentation was so general, people don't understand what you're doing actually.
Well, yeah, as I mentioned, our company is very diverse. For me personally, I get to work with a lot of environmental impact assessments, in particular with the wind farms for the past year or 2 years. So that's a lot of a big part of what we do, but that's just me. Our company is very big and very diverse. I would encourage you to go to our website if you're really interested in what we do.
Okay, thank you. Next question. How often do you have technical issues with offline maps? If any.
If any. No, there's with offline maps, I think we have managed the process of working with them, but of course some issues may arise. It's just I don't know how to answer how often. It's an ever-changing number, but the problems, they do arise, and well, not much, and everything can be solved. It's just it requires sometimes a little bit of creativity.
Okay, good. So next one is GIS Enterprise is implemented in Estonia and Lithuania too?
We do have colleagues working in Estonia and Lithuania too, but I don't think that they use these solutions. It's As far as I know, right now we only use it in Latvia for now.
Okay, and final questions from Slido, which I think will highlight how interesting your presentation was, is: are you looking for new employees?
I would have to ask my boss about this. I would like more colleagues working with us, but I would have to ask my boss.
Okay, any live questions from audience? Go, thank you, Santa.
Thank you.